on Twitter or you're watching on YouTube, welcome, welcome. Thanks for hanging out. I only see comments from people on YouTube and people on Twitch. But if you want to see this chat in its entirety, it's only available on my Twitch page, which I just realized I don't think I archived a couple of streams. I think there's some missing, but I try my best to get all of the live streams up on there and archive it so people can watch it whenever they get a chance. Or if you only got to see part of it, like I just enabled part of it to be on there now. And let's make sure it's on good old Twitter. Twitter, good old Twitter. Let's see here. Good old Twitter has been messing with me lately. Okay, good. Good old Twitter's been messing with me lately. Hey, Abrinkin, how's it going? Hey, Chew, how do you do? But and again, if you're on Twitter, I don't see your comments because I'm not gonna keep going back to my phone. Sorry about that. That's just what it is. Just people arguing on Twitter still. I get that. I definitely feel that Twitter's not fun like it used to be. But my grievance is more about I don't know what the heck has been going on with my Twitter because for a few weeks now, every time I try to tweet something, usually if it has some sort of media with it, whether it's a GIF or a photo, it takes forever to tweet out. And because it's like taking forever to tweet out, if I tweet something after that that's just words or replying to somebody, it kind of goes in a queue where it's like waiting and it just never uploads. And it doesn't do the thing where it says, oh, this is going into your drafts or do you want to delete it? And it doesn't do the thing where it's like, oh, you might be tweeting something that's offensive or whatever. Because I know some people, when I wrote about it, I think yesterday or something, they're like, oh, maybe it's because of the censoring. No, it's just like it won't go up at all. And so the only option it gives me is just to delete the tweets altogether. Like a few days ago, I tweeted something just to be funny about like a TV show, and I used the GIF for the TV show, the show Reba. So I used the GIF, and then that one didn't go through. And then Francine had tweeted some stuff, and I had replied to her, no media, and that didn't go through. And then I did a Monday, I tweeted about going to the chiropractor, and I put a GIF of Homer on there, and that didn't go through. So it's just like all these times it just doesn't go through. Thank you. Maybe it is a glitch. It's really annoying. Excuse me. And so, right before I went, oh shoot, I forgot about my cameo. I better do that too. So, let's see, which one was it? I did my last tweet was, oh, screw it. I'm going to go on in 10 minutes. That took me like 5 minutes to freaking tweet. Like 5 minutes for me to tweet because it just wasn't going up on Twitter. Twitter is not staying up for me, if you know what I'm saying. What's up, Twitter? Get it together. Oh no, there's a little mosquito. A mosquito in here. Hey, Luna Chala. Luna Chala. I hope I said that right. I love Francine too. She's great. Try deleting. I will do that. Oh, my playlist is over. Let's go to good old trusty cocktail hour. Man, you guys, I cannot believe that I broke all of those bongs. I do, however, have Danielle's. Hopefully, I won't break that one. But, anyways, so on Monday, I went to the chiropractor, and this is the first time I went to the chiropractor in like many years since 2000 something. Like I was living in Kentucky last time I went to a proper chiropractor. And I say proper chiropractor because in the wrestling business, I do not condone this. This is just facts. Sorry, but when in my day, I don't know about now, but in my day in wrestling, you kind of know who is the person in the group or where you're at, whether it be at training or at a show, that knows how to crack a back good, give an adjustment, whatever. So often we would line up to get our adjustment. And by somebody who isn't licensed, hasn't been properly trained, but we trusted them, especially because this person I'm thinking of in particular was or is a respected name in wrestling. So then I remember my lucha trainer back in the day, Martine Marin. Wait, WPW over there in Anaheim. One time I would remember I was chit chatting with him, and he like adjusted his back. He like cracked it, and he's like, I don't need to go to a chiropractor, just do it myself. And so for that day on, I thought it was a good idea just to do it myself that way. Now, granted, when I was like in high school, I would do the twisting of the leg kind of thing. So I've always kind of been adjusting myself. My grandma used to say that Shelly can crack anything. She could probably even crack her butt. I can crack my nose. You guys want to hear? Watch. My chiropractor's gonna be so upset. Okay, here we go. Ready? Do you hear that? It only will do it like if I would have did it this way, it would have done it, but like it won't do it now, but it'll do it. Hey Champagne Ken. I was just cleaning the champagne bottle from that champagne bottle that you gave Ashley and I when we or that champagne bottle you gave me that Ashley and I drank at that one WrestleCon. But anyways, so I just been relying on myself and I give myself some good relief. Let me tell you guys something. But there's certain spots I can't get to because I can only bend and arch so much. And so I was like, you know what? I finally just I'm old. I gotta take care of myself better. Like it's just not good. So I was finally like, you know what? I go by this chiropractor all the freaking time. I just need to like go in. So I finally went, which I was totally scared to go in because I haven't been in so long. And it was really a blessing in disguise that I got um this particular chiropractor. And I say blessing in disguise because I had put it off for so long. And the payoff is, I think, don't quote me, I think I might have found a really good chiropractor that isn't aligned with who I am and what I'm all about and understands that. And I'm a weirdo. So not everybody understands me and what I'm about. I'm very misunderstood. I've learned this. I had no idea. This is kind of newer information to me. Oh, that's why it makes sense. I've often have been misunderstood my entire life. Like entire life. This has nothing to do with entertainment and being in the entertainment business. Like my entire life I've been misunderstood. So there you have it. And recognizing that has helped me a great deal. But like I said, that's a real recent kind of thing. So anyways, I went back today and everything was good. The one thing that I was worried about is because I probably, like, without exaggeration, probably give myself an adjustment like 20 times a day. And I'm not, excuse me, not trying to, I'm not trying to look exact, like, it's just the deal. And so my chiropractor told me, he was like, I would say you were doing yourself some good if you weren't doing it so many times a day, but if you were just doing like a couple times a day, I'd be like, okay. And so one of the things that I already knew this, he just gave me the confirmation is because I'm right-handed, when I go up my spine to crack my back and give that adjustment, instead of going up all the way, I end up going towards the right because I'm right-handed. So like I'm gonna be able to push the pressure with my right. And he was telling me how it's making the left side of my body work overtime, and it makes so much sense on the different pains and aches I have on my left hand side. So it was so some from Monday till today, I've only cracked myself 5 times. And what's been really interesting about that, hold on, let's get some like we'll come back to cocktail hour, but we gotta get some like having a moment music. So this old back of mine, she's been good. But fellas, ladies, I haven't been good to her. From wrestling to having big boobs, giving myself adjustments when I have no clue. My back was in need of some help, friends. And that help came this week. Not only did this chiropractor give me some relief, help me understand that dang old back, but then I had to go a little bit deeper, beyond the back, within. As I searched and searched on through, going in a state of meditation while he applied that pressure on my back, all the old negative energy seemed to release, and I no longer felt fat. Thank you for that little improv. Thank you. I know. I was gonna throw a little bit of improv out there, but it's true. Let's see. But all jokes aside, guys, it's true. It's true. Going to that chiropractor did so much for my mind, body, and soul. Gotta take care of that body, people. You only get one. And that's my PSA. From my back to yours, the healing has begun. All right, we'll go back to cocktail hour. Stop messing around. Stop messing around, Shelly. Don't be beach. I wonder, am I allowed to share that? Like, I'm so confused on what you're allowed to show and not get some kind of like thing against you. Hey, everyone that's in the chat room, I see you, I see you, I see you, I see you all. Oh, I love that girl from Empanada. That's a good song. Thanks, man. Games GS. I just kept it simple today. Threw the old flat iron through it before I went on to my chiropractor. But yeah, so my little improv monologue wasn't a joke. The delivery was, but everything I was saying was completely true. And here's why. So one of the things that I knew was probably going to happen when I went to the chiropractor was they're going to suggest me doing this thing called STEM. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but it's when they like put those little patches on you, like whatever the area is on your body. For me, of course, the back. And then they hook it up to a machine and it's like little, it's almost like little electricity going to um that part of your muscle or whatever. So I was not looking forward to this. A lot of people feel it's very soothing or helpful. I don't like the way it feels, and here's why. So, the first time I ever felt that was when I was back in Kentucky, and I jacked my back up really bad. So, I had to go to rehab for it for a little bit. And that's where I also got some tips by paying attention how they cracked my back, how to do it myself. But, anyways, that's when I first and the only time I did STEM therapy. And I don't like the feeling of being electrocuted. I mean, who does? But stuff like, how there's like those balls that if you touch them, it kind of zaps you a little bit, or trick gum, if that zaps me, things like with that feeling, like whatever it is, right? There's a couple things in life that are like that. And the reason why is because when I was really young, I was vacuuming the house and I went to unplug the cord, and where I grabbed it, there was wire exposed. Like, I don't know why, but the cord had been, it looked like it got been chewed through, and I don't know why it would have, but it was. And so I grabbed the exposed wires and I got electrocuted. And when I was growing up, Danielle and I grew up in a household where we weren't to make much noise. And so I knew if I made a big deal that I did this, I'd probably get in trouble for like making noise. So I kind of just had to deal with it. So when he put the stem on me on Monday, I was like, okay, so why? Like, I know it's deeper than this. So as it's on me and I'm having a full on panic attack, I'm like, okay, let's go a little bit deeper and see like why this bothers me so much. And it got so deep to where I realized the way I felt before I was even vacuuming, how I felt when I was vacuuming, and the situation and the circumstances that were going on around that wasn't cool. And now I realized as I was sitting there, all just like freaking out, trying to realize what the deal is with myself. Like, why is this bothering you so much? This is helping you. Like, you're not supposed to have anxiety right now. Um, you know, that's when I discovered it was much deeper than just not liking the feeling and being traumatized by picking that cord up. It was way deeper. That was just the salt on the wound, to be honest with you. So once I was able to understand that, I was able to control my anxiety a little bit better. And then when I got home, I was like super tired. And I realized that I revisited a lot of different trauma and stuff I haven't thought about in a really long time, until it's like it's almost like I had to be triggered. I had to have that trigger of the stem to get me to ask myself, what is the real issue here? Like, let's go deeper. Let's figure this out so we can let it go. So I sat here and I chatted with the household about it. I cried. I went even deeper with it because I had time to absorb it more. And then that's when I realized, like, you know, when I was going through my health issues last year and I was seeing some specialists, one of the things that they were telling me is when you have trauma in you, or have traumatic experiences and therefore you deal with some sort of trauma, it's because it's like it's inside of you and you have to learn how to release it from your body, the trauma. And it's not easy. It's a lot of work. It's scary. You have to really, what's the right word? You really, I don't know what the right word is, but you really got to put the work in to like get there and like to go through it all. And it's very draining, but worth it. It's very draining and a lot of work, and that's why a lot of people don't stick with it. So being taught that kind of stuff and different techniques that you could do to kind of release this stuff, it made so much sense about especially the different parts of my back. I need to release. It's more than just wrestling what it's done for me. It's more than just I have big boobs since I was in adolescence. It's more than that. It's just so much more because we're connected whether you realize it or not. Mind, body, and soul, it all works together. So today when I went, I at least I knew what to expect. And it was one of those things where like I knew I had to, just because I had that moment on Monday doesn't mean it all goes away. Like, oh, I can do STEM now. It's like, no, it's gonna happen again. And boy, did it. Now, if you listen to Shelly and Stoner Jesus Smokeout, you know all about El Guapo and what El Guapo means to me, what it means to the show. So I was El Guapoing out and I had another panic attack. And all I want to do is crack my back. Even though I got my adjustment and everything. But that's where we're at right now with my back. So that's why I was saying in a fun way a little bit ago, it was much more than just getting an adjustment and healing my back. It's about the beginning processes of healing my body and soul. You know what I'm saying? Shout out. Yes, I agree, Whitney the boss. Shout out to freaking Stoner Jesus. All day long. We're going to be recording another episode next week, and we're going to be doing a watch along of Leprechaun in the Hood. So if you want to join us, go to shellysjsmokeout.com. All the information's there. So yeah, you should definitely check it out. And if you want to watch it with us, all you got to do is join our Patreon, and it's all listed there. shellysjsmokeout.com is where it's at. But yeah, hey everyone. I see that there's more people. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make the 6th time this week that I've cracked my back here with you fine people so you can hear it. Okay, let's see if it will. Maybe not because I got that good adjustment earlier. Let's see. Ew, it's all wet. Bong water. All right. Lep in the hood to do no good. All he wanted was his gold. These people just need to give him his gold. Like, that's it. That's all he wants. And they don't. Okay, so here we go. Let's see if it happens. Did you guys hear that? And then the good old, sometimes it goes, sometimes it doesn't. Let's see. Oh, did you hear that? And then, I guess that side doesn't need it. Oh, did you hear that? There you go. The 6th time this week that I did my adjustment was just to show you guys. That's what's up. So yeah, the thing is he made so much sense. Of course, the chiropractor, he was like, you don't know how to do it. You don't know what you're doing, and you're giving yourself some temporary relief, but you're doing other things to your body that could be really bad in the long run. One of them is are you ready for this, you guys? Oh my god. Hold on, let me sip some water here. So, first of all, thank you everyone for joining me right now. I'm gonna go back to being just on Twitch. So if you're on YouTube or Twitter, definitely go on Twitch, Shelly from Kelly. And if you don't want to, that's fine too. I'm gonna be doing I'll be sharing. Sharing is caring. I'll be sharing some stuff. But if you want all the good stuff, it's over here on Twitch. So be there, be square. All right. Remove.